So welcome to Blackbird Writers on Substack TV. We are here every Friday at 11 o'clock Central to talk about news from the flock, industry news, our favorite things, and we've got a short AI segment. My name is TK Sheffield. I write stories for readers to laugh and escape. My backyard model mysteries series are The Devil Wears Prada Meets a Wisconsin Supper Club. And with me are my co-hosts, Valerie Beal and Tracey S. Phillips. Tracey writes suspense thrillers about fierce women who face their shadow side. So Tracey, take it away.
Oh, thanks. Well, you just introduced me.
No, there's more. You've got more to say.
I do have more to say. But first, do we want Val to introduce herself?
Sure, I shall. I'm Valerie Beal. I am an author of books for readers age 10 and up, including fantasy, contemporary middle grade, and YA mystery suspense.
Yay! And I love your books. Your new covers are so amazing, by the way.
Oh, that was an important rebrand. We learn as we go.
We do, and it's pivot and adapt, and that's why we're here to talk about it. I have some Blackbird Writers news to share. From 3 Blackbirds, G.P. Gottlieb's book, Charred, A Whipped and Sipped Mystery, will be re-released by Anamkara Press on Friday, May 29th. That's today, isn't it?
It's today.
Oh, congratulations, Galit.
All right, Galit. And she invites everybody to stop by her fictional cafe for a tasty drink, a yummy pastry, and a murder. And I suppose the fictional cafe is in the book. So yes. The link is to her book. Anne Louise Bannon says, to celebrate the launch of book 6 in her Old Los Angeles series, she has book 1, Death of the Zanjero, on sale. The ebook is only 99 cents. And you can find it at Books to Read at this link here that I'm dropping in. And book 6, The Death of a Proper Bostonian, launches on June 12th.
Have you read that series at all?
I've read a few of the Death of the Zanjero and a couple others in that series.
I really love it. I enjoy the detail. Yes.
I love her doctor character, and she does the time period so well.
Yes. I appreciate it when there's a new book in that series. So.
And you know what? Anne is going to be with us co-hosting next week.
Yay! I won't be there. That's why.
That's why.
We will miss you, Val.
We will miss you. And Anne is standing in. So Nicholas Chiarkis says, in addition to writing his 3rd novel, Black Tiger Tea, he is writing on Substack, a Substack called Writing a Novel Your Way. His plan is to present the discussion in 18 segments over the next 20 weeks, and he hopes to take on established writing theory in an effort to make it all more personable, user accessible, and unique to each writer. His first segment introduced finding your writing place, and next week he'll talk about finding and creating your idea. He welcomes disagreement, suggestions, and additions. And he says this was born from discussing the importance of helping each other grow as writers. And in the immortal words of the Hollies, it's a long, long road from idea to publication. So while we're on our way to there, why not share?
All right.
That's why I love Substack, because it's so different than other social media. You can just go and enjoy and sip and read. And it's so nice. Congratulations, Nick.
Yeah. And that's all the news that I have. I think you guys have some more.
I do. I've got 2 others, and I wanted to say hello, Roxanne and Sharon. Nice to see you. I hope you're home from your travels.
Sharon.
Nice to see you. So thank you for that information, Tracey. And I do have to add a little bit about your bio. Don't sell yourself short, Tracey. You are the founder of Blackbird Writers, a group of 25 mystery authors who flock together and share each other's news and help each other navigating the publishing landscape. So congrats.
Thank you.
And you wrote an amazing blog post that we're going to talk about in our industry segment today. And it just struck a chord with me about how succinct it was and how important it was. But anyway, back to news. Christine DeSmet of Blackbird found an article summarizing why that social media and other media are selling books. She's summarizing what social media and other media are best at selling books. The stats confirm Facebook and Amazon are the places for most ads. Goodreads is only so-so. Audio, this is funny. Audiobooks don't make us money, so don't sweat it. Book Talk is worth getting on. So thank you, Christine, for that information. Lots in just a one sentence there. And also, Blackbird John Dodakis will be leading a writing workshop online for 6 Wednesday nights beginning June 10th. The title is From Novice to Novelist. The workshop will offer a practical plan that takes you from the mere gem. Oh, it's typo, always edit. Mere germ of an idea to all the way to the creative process with an eye on getting a finished book into the hands of potential fans. You'll come away from the class with encouragement to begin and perfect your project. Host is the Writers Center, Bethesda, Maryland, but available online. So you can register via a link that I will add to the chat.
He's a good teacher.
Yes.
And if you're at all interested in that, definitely join via Zoom if you're from another part of the country. He has penned his memoir, and that will be coming out later this year, by the way. Just so you know.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he's not, he doesn't have a date yet for it, but I'm looking forward to that because he's had some very interesting careers. It'll be interesting. So just as we're talking about, Christine has that article that don't sweat it because audiobooks don't make money. I'd like to announce that my new audiobook is out.
Sorry for that unfortunate segue, Val.
Oh, no, that's all right. Here's the deal. Yes, I do have an uphill battle considering that I did pay per finished hour on that. That is the 4th book in the Circle of 9 series, Mercy in the Mist. The link is going over there. And, as we have a nice audience here of readers, potentially audiobook listeners, if someone would like to review the book, I have plenty of audiobook codes that are free codes that I'd be willing to share with a Substack live viewer here if they're interested. So
great.
You can just message me on Substack. So.
And I see
cool,
Sean
good to know.
is
I know I'm going to be talking to you about audiobooks soon.
You read yours. I admire that so much that you read your audiobook.
It was hard, man. It was so hard.
No, but you did it. You did it.
I did.
Very impressive. The thing is, it sounds simple till you get into the editing of audio files. Like, yes. I'm a good reader. I can read my book. And then, there's more to it.
Well, it's all of the swallowing and the breaths you take. And then, maybe you didn't quite say that sentence, quite phrase it right, or you cough or you sneeze or you mouth noise or, all of those little things. And they add up, or you took a long break between sentences and you have to trim all of that out. So It's a lot different. I thought it would be like editing music. Nothing like that.
No.
Bill may dive in and do it. I have Hindenburg. I have the software. I've got the place. I've got the equipment, and I'm still toying with the idea of, and then famous last words like next scene, I'm crying, sobbing uncontrollably as I try this thing. So
I think you have to prepare to take a lot of time on it, like almost as much time as a first edit of a book. So maybe 3 months. It took me easily 3 months to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was, recording, outtakes, editing. So.
Well, and the platforms where you upload it, they're picky, right? So they'll reject audio files that don't meet their standards. So like you can't have that, background noise. We were joking earlier because the lawnmower was going for one of us, in our yards. And that's the kind of thing where you're like, oh yeah, we can function with that kind of noise, but that doesn't work when you're trying to have a really good recording of something. So,
right.
Ugh, so much work.
That's why we're here, though, right? We're here
Yes.
to encourage other authors. We're the Blackbird writers writing before AI, right? We were an established flock before 2025 and the onset of this concept called AI. So here we are, still slugging away, still working at it, still, trying to get, rising water floats all the boats. So
But
anyway.
you know what? That's kind of what makes it worth it. There's a lot of pride and ownership, right? Of doing it yourself, I feel like. And I think that's a segue into our next segment.
Exactly. Wonderfully done. I read your blog post this week on Substack and it just rang a chord, that breaking rules blog post that you did. Tracy, tell us about it and then let's talk about it.
Sure. My blog post, if I can find it on my page. I wrote about doing it my own way, breaking the rules. And, it felt like at the beginning of my process, I wanted to be a traditionally published author. I knew all the steps that I had to take to do that, to get that publishing contract. And I worked so hard on my writing. I really did a lot of learning in that time. I got my at-home MFA, basically. And I was really invested in taking all of those steps. You write a good book, you query it, you get an agent, and then you get a book deal. And, that was supposed to be the order that things went. And none of that worked out for me. So I got a book deal, but I didn't have an agent. I got it through a Twitter pitch party of all things. So
great.
Yeah.
That it's okay. So that's an accomplishment. Just that. You did that on your own. You went out there and you took the risk on Twitter of all places. And there's a milestone for you. So and you did end up with a publishing contract from that. Did it go the way you exactly wanted? No, but still you have to celebrate that victory within the overall process, right?
Oh, for sure. And I did. I totally celebrated. And I thought, well, this is it. I've got a book deal and now I'm golden. They're going to want all my next books. Nope.
Well, and I think that's the thing. None of us understood that, I don't think, at the beginning of our journeys, that is not how this works for everybody. So unless we had a friend who was, a few steps ahead of us, right? And they're trying to sell their second book and their current publisher doesn't want the second book or whatever, that it is not a given. But I always thought it was too. Like, that's just like, you did the things and now here you are.
Right. So that's a lesson learned. That's a wonderful takeaway. Look, you might, celebrate that achievement. It may not go the way you want, but if you have the dream, stick with it. So tell us more about sticking with it. The agency, reclaim the agency. How did you do that when things didn't go the way you wanted?
I guess I kind of knew things weren't going to happen or go the way I wanted, because first I lost the publicity person at my publisher. That was within a month of my book release.
Oh, God.
And then my acquiring editor left. And she basically told me, nobody wants any more of your books, Tracy. I'm like, what? and so, it hurt, but I was like, I don't believe that. Yeah. Somebody's going to want my book.
So painful. And how mean and how just cruel, very cruel.
So so then I had some other books that I had pitched to over 100 agents and editors, and I decided I was going to go ahead and check it out and see what the self-publishing stuff was like. You have to understand too, when I first got into this, it was like 2011, and they were still accepting a hard copy submissions, right? Nobody was, not everybody was accepting like a Word doc. Right. You could mail your printed, manuscript.
I remember going to
And
the post office with that armload.
Yep.
yeah, and your self-addressed stamp envelope.
Exactly.
SASE, make sure to include that.
Oh.
So, but there was also, at that time, there was a lot of bad mouthing the self-published people.
Yes.
Yes.
And so it was like, oh, I don't want to be one of those people. Right.
But just so as to go, yeah, well, that was going on, right? At that time, people were publishing ebooks to Amazon, making a fortune, right?
And also at that time, people who did that successfully were being approached by agents and editors at publishing houses because they wanted to glom on to the success of the indie author. So
Right.
while they were saying this over here, they were also doing this over here.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Just lesson to learn. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you stuck with it. You kept on, and then you decided to defy some category expectations. So you wrote about mixing genres, which ironically now, right? That's what's going on. But tell us about that, defying those boundaries.
Yeah. Well, one of my early books was the romance, which has some hardcore sex in it, to be mild about that, and it also is a thriller. So the character is a lawyer, so there's definitely like some legal stuff going on, and also this relationship, and it could be categorized as a billionaire romance.
So you were writing that before that category existed, is what you're saying.
Right. But and it's a thriller. So, I wanted my characters to be like people and not just, robots having sex, which is what a lot of the, billionaire romance books that I've read were kind of like, oh, Jan, I don't even know this person, So changing up genre, and I'm doing that too with other things, with the YA book that I released last year, which is paranormal, but it's kind of an adult fiction historical.
So tell us about your writing rhythm. You have a flexible publishing schedule. So you have one coming out at the end of June, and you said there's another, right? So you might combine your release. Val, I know you did that. You released 2 at a time.
Yep.
So tell us a little bit about that, your flexibility in publishing and your schedule. Because we all know the lead time, right? One of the reasons why I did, and I know Val, you did, we just took control of our publishing schedule because, a 3-year window, another 3-year window, that's a long, and I know it's a long game in publishing, but that's a long time. And
it is.
So tell us about how you to try to take control of that.
Well, I probably wasn't by choice, but sort of like this is how it happened. As I'm self-publishing these books, I'm also writing other books. And, somewhere along the line, after I got that trilogy out, the romance trilogy, I took back my rights for Best Kept Secrets, and I published that last year. And this year I'm publishing the second book in that series, finally. Mm-hmm. So it feels like it's long overdue, right? Mm-hmm. But I haven't written the third book in that series yet. So that book probably, I don't know that I can get that out next year. Mm-hmm. And so then that whole series will be, delayed a little bit.
But you're making those deadline decisions, you're making those writing decisions, because we only have so much creative energy to put into a book. And Sean makes an excellent point. If you're trying to build a career, those gaps can be killers. But here you said, no, I'm going to do it this way. And hi, Terry Karsten. Nice to see you.
I think that's the pressure of it, right? The pressure of a publishing schedule where we do see many authors be very rigid, right, with their schedules. And life doesn't always work that way for us, right? We have other responsibilities, other things we do in our daily lives, right? So that's the push-pull of it all, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I love David Heska, Wombly Whedon. His books are amazing. And, and that just, I know other authors too, who going through the same thing that I am, they got their first book deal and then maybe they didn't quite sell what the quota, they didn't meet that for the publisher. So the publisher's like, well, so now they're searching for another agent, or they're searching for another publishing company, or, in the meantime, they're writing books.
Right.
But, that's why 5 years take place between, publishing.
And it's such a catch-22 because you can have that first book, but there was no marketing behind it. There was no marketing behind it. And then then you're saying, okay, no sales. Well, go ahead, Val. What were you going to say?
No, I mean, I agree with that, because sometimes you don't get the support from the publisher, and sometimes your rhythm is just longer. I'm thinking of authors like Chloe Benjamin. She has many years between her books. Maggie Ginsberg's next book will come out in the fall of 2027, and I think was hers a 2022
Something
release?
like that. Right.
Still true. So I think it just depends on what kind of style of writer you're going to be. You can chase that really fast production schedule. And if you write that fast and, say you're doing a lot of really genre stuff, like, say all you're going to do is the billionaire, sexy romance, thriller, suspense stuff, that's fine. And a lot of people write that stuff very quickly and might have 3 books out a year or more. But that's a lifestyle choice.
Yeah. Yeah. And I personally need to take care of myself a little bit more than that, and when I'm publishing a book, it's hard to be writing a book too.
Yes.
Especially, or if you're editing one book, I can't bounce back and forth between 2 different manuscripts.
Right.
My mind kind of blows up if I do.
So what did you, so 2 more questions, rejection fatigue, and then what do you want people to take away from this? And then we're going to go into favorite things in our last segment. So how did you overcome rejection fatigue?
I stopped pitching. I mean, at some point it brings you down, and I felt like I don't want to feel like this anymore. It's like just, asking to be whipped every single day. Why do that to yourself? Yes.
Unless you're writing it in a book. Unless you're writing it in a,
But nobody really wants that in real life. No. So, you have to take care of yourself. And I think the biggest takeaway would be to, do what feels right to you and go at a pace that is feasible.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes. I agree with that.
Yeah.
So thank you. And so overcoming the rejection fatigue, keep maintaining a pace that works for you and your lifestyle and your goals, your writing goals. If you want to, I would love to have a book. My goal is a book a year, just get out a book a year. And I feel like that I can do it well, and I can write in my unique voice and serve the readers who enjoy funny romances and funny mysteries. That's my lane. I like to stay in it. What do you see in the future? What do you want to produce in the future? How many more books do you think you're going to be writing?
I have plenty of ideas. I have the 3rd book in the Morgan Jewell series is bouncing around in my head. I also have a romance, which is more of a tearjerker that I'm going to be writing. And that one's in there bouncing around. I've got a couple others ideas for stories once I finish Morgan Jewell's series. And then Daphne Ann Post. I want her to grow up and become a criminal, psychic criminal.
I love that character. Oh my gosh, I love her so much. Please write that one. Write it right now.
And Val, what is yours? Same question to you, Val. Tell us about yours.
Yeah.
I actually had an epiphany this week for a really, really creepy plot line that I thought might be a standalone. And then I realized I'd been searching for the mystery, the guts of the mystery for the second Chloe Maggie book. And I think it will work. I need to do some more noodling about whether that can be the guts of the mystery for that one. I think it'll work. I'm excited. I kind of just want to clear the decks and just start writing. So I'm leaving now. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I feel you. So you have one coming out this year, right?
Me? No, I would need to write that one.
Nothing? Oh, okay.
Yes, I do. I have to write it first.
You have the Next Book in Cemetery Gate series.
Yeah, that's the one
Secret keeper.
this is the one that I've been having. I know what's happened to all these people personally. I know their story arc, but I didn't have the actual guts of the the mystery, which I think I now have. I don't know.
Right.
So we'll see. Find out.
So anything to add, Tracy? I love the Substack. It's great. Go look at Tracy's blog and you can read it. What's the title of it?
I put the link in the chat. It's Breaking the Rules. Well, most of them.
I love it.
And I'd love to hear your story. So comment if you can.
And comment, share. Fabulous.
Yeah.
Tracy is our founder for Blackbirds, just an FYI. So we have two more segments, favorite things and is it real or is it AI? And if I'll go with AI, the AI one.
Sure.
And then we'll go to favorite things. Okay. So I use, oh, hi, Lori Buchanan.
Hey, Lori.
Hey, nice to see you. So I just proof that you always need to edit everything, even if you're going to use AI. So I use Canva to do some images for my
Sorry, this is going to be good.
So I'm in a writing bubble right now. I haven't really been posting much because, my husband had a health issue and then I'm just really in a writing bubble. And so I said, okay, I'm going to put something out there just to show I'm in a writing bubble. So here we go. Here I am in my writing bubble. Can you see that? Oh, there we go. See, I'm floating on a cloud and it's there we go. What else does that look like? It looks like I've got tremendous gas.
Well, you're airborne, that's for sure.
Yes.
So that is my proof that even if you're going to use AI for something as simple as a graphic, you need to edit always.
Oh, God, it's making me laugh. That's hilarious.
Yes.
I'll put it on my Substack for everyone to laugh at. Anyway, favorite things.
I love it.
On to favorite things.
Yes. Go ahead, Tracy. You have some favorite things?
Tracy?
Yeah. Oh, I just found this yesterday in an email from one of my favorite bookshops, the Garden Wall, which is in Verona. And they were linking to, there's a Wisconsin Indie Bookshop Quest. And so I put a link in the chat to the PDF for that. And apparently, this is a thing. They have, there are like 30 or 40 bookshops across the state that are participating in this quest. And you have to go to one of the bookshops to pick up a map, and then you get a stamp. So as you collect the stamps, you will present that. I don't know how they will collect the winners or whatever, but oh my gosh, this event includes all of these prizes: a $300 gift card prize, a $200 prize, a $100 prize, a $100 bookshop gift card, 4 $50 gift cards, and 10 $25 gift cards.
Great prizes.
So visit your indie bookstores and join the Indie Bookshop Quest.
I love it. That's so cool.
It starts to June 1st.
Great. Thank you. Val, favorite. Got any favorites?
Terry's mentioning the links in comments. They're not live. You need to copy them. And actually, Terry, delete everything before the HTTPS, and that link will work for you when you paste it in, by the way. So I have two quick things. This is not a Blackbird writer, but one of my clients just found out that her book, it got announced yesterday, so now I'm okay to talk about it, is a finalist for the Midwest Book Award. And that is this book by Christy Wopat, Overruled, in the middle grade or children's book category. And I'm so proud of her in this book. I got to tell you, so we'll see. She'll know in a few weeks whether she rises to the top and is the winner or not of this. And then
Congratulations.
Wonderful.
Wonderful.
Wonderful. And we all know Chris, so it's, it's
super,
exciting.
super.
My other thing is, favorite thing is Books and Beer Book Club that I MC, host, whatever, in Columbus, Wisconsin. And we had it last night with a wonderful historical fiction author, Peggy Jock Williams. And I just enjoy doing that every month. But that's also, the replays are available on Zoom, or you can join us via Zoom as well. So
yeah, they're very fun. You always do a beautiful job. Just delightful to hear all the great authors that you're talking with.
Yes, and you're such a good interviewer too. I really appreciate that. You ask a lot of really great, unique questions and get authors talking about their process and everything. You do such a great job.
I like to say that is the one time I get to use my broadcast news degree each month.
Well, it's great. It's a fun thing, and the title couldn't be better. Books and Beer in Wisconsin, Wisconsin authors, or in Midwest generally, but it's a really fun broadcast.
Yes, and I should mention too that we do have 2 Blackbird writers joining us via Zoom. The next month it will be Sheila Lowe, and then in August it's Margaret Mizushima. So.
Oh, great! Nice, fun to look forward to.
Cool.
Do you have favorite things?
My favorite thing is this thing. It reminded me of you, Tracy, because somebody gave me this once when I started writing, and it's just how you store
it's
your
a thumb drive.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So whenever I'm feeling down, I always look at this little thumb drive and I go, "Come on, figure it out, get it done."
And tell me why it reminds you of me.
Oh, because you're a superwoman. You're the founder. You're the one who wrote, Overcoming Breaking the Rules Substack. So it reminded me of you today.
Thank you.
So we are the Blackbird Writers on Substack TV. We come to you every Friday morning at 11 a.m. Central. We bring you news from the flock, industry topics or updates, and our favorite things, and is it real or is it AI? We hope to see you next week. And I am TK Sheffield for the Blackbird Writers. And thank you for joining. And the replays will be on our Substack if you care to watch again. So we'll see you again. Take care and have a nice weekend.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.